As part of the build-up to the party primaries for the 2023 polls, the People's Democratic Party PDP in Akwa Ibom State last Saturday joined the rest of the country in conducting its ward congresses across the 329 wards of the state. The congress was for party members to elect ad hoc delegates, numbering 3 in each of the wards in the state, who will subsequently vote at the party's primary elections. The congresses were generally adjudged as free, smooth, fair, and credible by all the participants and stakeholders alike. Among the participants in the congress was the state's #1 citizen, Governor Udom Emmanuel, who alongside his wife Martha Udom Emmanuel took part in the exercise in his home ward, Awa Ward 1, Onan local government area. Governor Emmanuel commended the peaceful and orderly conduct of the Congress, crediting it to the peaceful and united disposition of PDP in Akwa Ibom State, which he said has always been the case.
I don't think there's any ward that will record this kind of turnout in this election today. So let me thank all of you for coming out en masse and voting and making it so peaceful. This is a very, very peaceful conduct of the 3-man ad hoc delegate election in Akwa Ibom State today. I'm impressed by the conduct. I'm also impressed by the turnout.
Mr. Udom Emmanuel, who lauded the great turnout of the members of the party to the Delegates Congress, also congratulated the ad hoc delegates who emerged through voting across all wards in the state, adding that they reflect the collective will of the party's stakeholders and members who cast votes for them.
But honestly, I'm impressed with PDP in Akwa Ibom today. I couldn't have expected anything far from what I got there. I think they actually surpassed my own expectation. I think this is a sign of good thing that PDP is ready and willing to do much more than at the state level and even at the national level, because demonstration of today's conduct of the 3-man ad hoc delegate congresses is a clear understanding of what lies ahead for us as a party.
Across various ward centers were optimistic party men and women exchanging banters and happy moments while waiting for the commencement of the exercise. Charging officials to allow everyone a level playground, the state chairman of PDP, Elder Kanakpan, alongside the chairman of the State Congress Committee, Dr. Ibrahim Umar, reiterated the party's position against anti-democratic activities during the exercise.
Every party member is expected to go to their ward as the materials are being dispatched.
This is a family issue. We are not here to do anybody's bidding. We are here to do justice. We are here to see that justice is prevailed.
Deputy Governor Moses Ekpo, Akwa Ibom Northwest senatorial hopeful Barrister Emmanuel Enoidem, Engineer Wimokoko were among notable party faithful who turned up for the exercise at their ward centers.
Under the guidelines of the party, we have elected all our officers that are supposed to be elected in this Congress without rancor.
They come from our waiting for the orderly manner. I'm going to this Congress frame. Some people have waited here since morning because of love for the party. And I want to thank you for the love you have for the party.
We've demonstrated the power of consensus in Akwa Ibom, the power of unity in Akwa Ibom PDP. We are still intact and united and stronger than 2019.
We have a consensus here and no issues at all. Everyone is together. Our 3-man ad hoc delegate elected successfully and peacefully. And that's how it works here.
This is very impressive turnout. We've seen the turnout shows that we are ready to maintain power within the PDP family.
It's an intra-party affair. But I want to thank Biden for showing their good faith in PDP. People have turned out in very large numbers, and this shows that Biden clubs PDP. So
expressing their resolve to mobilize support for the electoral fortunes of the People's Democratic Party in the 2023 general elections. Some participants at the ad hoc Congress affirmed that the conduct of the exercise across the state has strengthened their confidence in the party's democratic credentials.
We want to thank the leadership of the party in the state for putting together a very solid framework for the Congress.
And again, government is related to the PDP and the party.
We have expressed our rights by electing who we want, the 3 ad hoc delegate per ward.
All that is needed to ensure a successful nomination of the ad hoc delegate, the process has been duly followed.
Of the total number of ad hoc delegates that emerged from the exercise, more than a third are women.
It was generally observed that materials for the ad hoc delegates election arrived on time and everything went on peacefully and smoothly. Observers noted that there was orderly conduct in all wards across the state and delegates were unanimously elected. At Government Primary School, Usei Koroku, Ibom, the ward of Senator Basi Albert Akpan, who represents Akwa Ibom Northeast, the exercise was conducted by the returning officer, Mr. Okunesien, for elected ad hoc delegates at Ibiono Eastern Ward 1.
Power to the people! Yeah. 2022. Dakpan Dani Barami already conduct ad hoc delegate election. Ibiono Eastern Ward 1. I mean, young mistake I do on the local NCA. I mean, the returning officer for the election.
The winners who emerged after the opening balloting were former Ibom chairman Prince Eyote, Mr. Victor Essien, and Mrs. Ememe Yibio. A leader in the ward, Chief Israel Uted, commended the party faithfuls for their large turnout. He hinted that since 1999, the area has always been faithful to PDP and advised the members to remain peaceful throughout the exercise.
Unavoidably, we learned that the senator now representing the war of it. You are still expecting his arrival. But on this note, I'll call Chief Israel.
Power to the people. Power to the people. PDP. Well, what is song? Yeah. Man is song. Yeah. It's on. Make up for PDP. Was anything? Now I will only hear. Many king carnage. You can wear my silver before. Yo, you do 1999. Nice ever. The best year. Yes, okay, baby. For them, you know, can't boys here. It's really so ad hoc. And you keep here. I will party here. We see, no. You can move your in. I'm nice. A bank. You see, there I'm for me. Man, I mean, I say, I don't friend. You can
The same case was observed in Itmekbo. The immediate past national legal advisor of PDP and senatorial aspirant for Ikorekpene Senatorial District, Barrister Emmanuel Enoidem, commended the peaceful and orderly conduct of party faithfuls in the election of ad hoc delegates across the state. Barrister Enoidem, who spoke shortly after participating in the election of the 3 ad hoc delegates for Itmekbo Ward 1, described the PDP as a people-oriented democratic platform that is focused on development and expressed the confidence that delegates elected will make the party proud.
Election with card holders. If you hold membership card, that proves you that you are a PDP member. but for now it's so successful.
Round of applause.
I stand here as a Ward Chairman. Ward Chairman Ward 3 here. Urban Ward Chairman, here in my Ward Center. Kutui Koremonte here. Rama School Kutui Koremonte. Etimepo local government, this is Ward 3. Everybody knows. We conduct is so successful. May God be the glory. Amen. The first person here that has been elected, we have the vote. There is no any other person than Mr. Gideon Owa.
Round of applause.
We have 121 votes. The second person here that we have here is no any other person than Ndifreke, Mr. Ndifreke Ekoriko. He have 103 votes.
PDP! Power to the people!
Power to the people!
PDP!
The number 3 person here is Mrs. Maria Ekafia. He has 97 votes.
PDP!
Power to the people!
Power to the people!
PDP!
So I want to thank everybody because all we are doing here
Free and fair.
give thanks and glory to the Almighty God.
Congratulations.
In Awa venue for Ikorekbene Ward 1 Congress, 10 PDP faithfuls contested the election. After proper accreditation and voting, Rosa Kaninyenyang, Honorable David Umana, and Comrade Nsikak Lawrence were duly elected as ad hoc delegates to represent Ikorekbene Ward 1. In Esienudum local government area, a State House of Assembly aspirant, Prince Ukbong Akpabio, and other PDP faithfuls who turned out en masse to exercise their franchise adjudged the entire process as peaceful, credible, and transparent.
Because, as you can see, there's no fighting, there's no quarrel in the government area. Election is always done this way. In every election, there's always a winner and there's always a loser. So everyone that is not taken into consideration today should go peacefully and wait for another turn. Thank you.
Similarly, PDP faithfuls in Oborokara Ward 1 converged at Community Secondary School Ikbembarayu, where Margaret Akpanukbong, Nduno Okoneshet, Emmanuel Okonudom emerged. In Ibiakpan-Obotum 2, Nsurubium local government area, Pastor Moino, who was part of the exercise, affirmed the peaceful conduct of the Congress, expressing confidence in the party which he said has shown a great deal of internal democracy. Speaking with reporters, the chairman Ikorekbene local government area, Right Honorable Unyime Etam, while describing the entire process as peaceful and transparent, commended the Anye Kanakpan-led PDP in the state for being very organized as usual. In Ikono and in the local government areas, congresses, which were held at the ward centers of the 2 sister local government areas and had in attendance all party faithfuls cutting across all age divides as well as political stakeholders of the area. At the end of the exercise, the immediate past Commissioner for Agriculture, who also emerged winner in Ikbe Ward 2 in the local government area, alongside others, described the process as peaceful and well conducted.
I want to thank God for today. Today is ad hoc delegates and primaries of the People's Democratic Party here in Akwa Ibom State, and specifically in the local government area. It has been very successful. All the PDP faithfuls, we went to the local government areas, the chapter office of the local government area, because when we got there, the returning officer came and met with us there. It was posted from the state secretariat, and materials were distributed to the different ward returning officers. Of course, I am in my ward here, Ward 2, and this is the ward center in Beko to go. After the materials were distributed, the returning officers brought the materials here, and I came here because I'm also contesting. It's been very peaceful. All those people that indicated interest, you know, the people that are supporting them, their supporters, you know, stood behind them, and of course, the returning officer has done the needful by counting people accordingly. So I hope they will return the results accordingly. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm done, and it is very successful. I want to thank the state chairman of the People's Democratic Party for a very fair and free ad hoc delegate elections, and I want to thank the leader of the state, His Excellency Governor Udom Emmanuel, for making Akwa Ibom State a conducive environment.
In Oron Federal Constituency, the exercises were conducted to the admiration of the party members, including the Honorable Commissioner for Transport, Honorable Uno Etmuno, the Council Chairman, Honorable Precious Selong, and member representing Urofong and Uruku constituency in Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Asukwa Chibom, and other PDP faithfuls who turned out in significant numbers. In some other wards in the federal constituency, the story was not different.
I have carefully observed the Congress to select the 3 ad hoc delegates in my ward, and it has been very, very peaceful. Wow. It has been very, very peaceful and acceptable for all other people that have been here. You can see the weather. I want to sincerely thank His Excellency for providing a conducive environment for us to conduct this peaceful conduct of the Congress.
The environment is very peaceful. Okay. And we have not seen any problem because the people conducted themselves very well in these primaries. Okay.
The wards congresses in Eket and adjoining local government areas were also held in peaceful atmosphere, and among those who participated were the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Mr. Frank Achibom, Council Chairman, Mr. Akani Yenetomi, and the State House of Assembly member, Honorable David Lawrence.
67, Joshua Igbe, 96, Chicken Yebong.
I want to very sincerely appreciate what you have done, the show of love you have given to these persons today. Equally reminded me of when I stood election here on this same ground as council or representative.
Other locations visited, such as Mparenin, Ukanafan, Ikorobasi, Ikono, and Esienudum, also recorded large turnout of party faithfuls.
PDP! Power to the people! Power to the people! PDP! Ikono Edio! Esiere! Me kon abase tieti mfre mi. Kati tepe mfre. Mbi ward 8 eke mare tim ko. E ward e ko. Mja abase di ombufo. Amen. Mfre mi edo ata kamba sang usen. Mfre ngabi siot awita e koromo. Ad-HOC Delegates. Agebo igeni nwam geri ga ngemek mewu. Ntiewo agari di nyanga Ikono agari di nyanga Uyo je Akwa Ibom State isin kokara da ba seri on mo amen den mero fa me di be free mo wo mbo kana nam what eri do monteme You need the money, mem. You see, I'm going to see an Asian young Idem. I could me wood. I gave a election on me. I can get a pay form, the government. I get party declare, I'm declare more. Get money in the election on me. I could a more worthy. And then I'm normal process. Now say yes. Now say do election on me here get me. Iba again then when you can the clothing center. I do Ikorokui, Ikono, secondary school. Iba Ikado, Ndogan in Ibam in frame. So maybe I have frame board again. Build the youth, build the nation, build the nation, build the youth. Iba ni de, we de. It's you say.
Delegate election. Then you already announced the number of votes. Victor Isaiah. Victor 195 votes. Then Natalia Brown. 199. Stella Brown. 181. Thank you. My brothers and sisters, this is a one family affair. I thank you all that there have been no reported incidences of threats or any kind of misbehavior. I expect you all to go back to the different wards, do it peacefully, and return the results peacefully. I have here as your own Chief Security Officer that all hands have been on deck to ensure that you all are protected, both here and at your different ward centers.
The Congress was reported free in Nsirubium local government area and its surrounding local government areas like Etinan and Nsiribum, with one of the frontline governorship aspirants of the party, Pastor Umoeno, joining other members of that area in his own ward to perform his official party responsibility.
47, record at 47. Yes. The next line.
Go to the next line. Which line are you?
Louder. That's for Patience Umo.
70.
No.
Ad hoc activity. Listen, from the ad hoc activity that has been undertaken today, we have the names of the three-man delegates. Number one is Pastor Umo Basino. For the female, Patience Umo Ino. Another man, Udo Williams. Then we have 27 votes in favor of Patience Umo Ino. We have 40 votes in favor of Pastor Umo Basino and Udo Williams. No contestant, no contradiction, no opposition. So we have all different votes.
Please, on behalf of all of us that were ad hoc contestants, we come to pay for your love and support. I was ready on Frewo.
7, 8, 9, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36.
Organized, very coordinated, no violence. We had debriefed our party members and we follow the electoral process as spelled out by the electoral law and also the party constitution. So in Etinan, I think others from other local governments should come and copy here. Nothing to fight about. We are very peaceful people. with peaceful disposition. We have elected all our 3 ad hoc delegates, and the result will be announced by the party electoral officer sent to this local government. This is the 11th ward that we have come. We started from North 1, North 2, other 10 wards, and we landed here.
3 ad hoc delegates elected in each ward shall be eligible to vote alongside statutory delegates at the primary elections of the party. Meanwhile, youths in Akwa Ibom State have taken to the streets in solidarity for the just concluded PDP ward congresses conducted across the state, describing it as peaceful, transparent, and a reflection of the collective will of the people to choose their representatives. Speaking during the Solidarity March Monday at Atonofort, Uyo, the host community of the state PDP Secretariat, the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Marketing and Brand Management, Mr. Ime Uwa, reinstated the unalloyed support of youths to Governor Udom Emmanuel, describing his administration as peaceful and development-driven. Uwa stated unequivocally that Akwa Ibom youths are against all forms of insubordination by certain aggrieved persons, stressing that elections should be seen as a competition where one campaigns and gets votes. Mr. Uwa thanked the state PDP chairman, Elder Anieka for a successful conduct of the congresses across the state and expressed confidence in the leadership of the party, assuring that youths will continue to queue behind the party.
So, build the youth! Build the nation! Say this process. Akwa Ibom State, we've actually really enjoyed the leadership of PDP because of the leaders throughout for some years now. Presently, we are enjoying the leadership of Governor Udom Emmanuel. And in fact, let me even start by the community that we are. If you notice, the entire community is tarred road. Everywhere here is tarred and all of that to show you why PDP will always be PDP. But today we are here to encourage the youths and also in solidarity with the party to say thank you to the state party chairman, Right Honorable Anieka for the successful conduct of in fact, we've not had it that good, the freest ad hoc elections ever. We want to say thank you to him. We also want to say thank you to the committee that came from national to conduct the election.
Also, a youth leader and chairman of Akwa Ibom State Environmental Protection and Waste Management Agency, ACSEPWA, Prince Akpanikum, described the congresses held in the 329 wards across the state as free and fair. Prince Ukum thanked Governor Emmanuel for creating a peaceful environment for Akwa Ibom people and also thanked the state party chairman, Elder Anieka for being unbiased in the conduct of the congresses.
You can see you are carrying youths along very well. What other packages can you assure them as they look up to PDP?
No, as far as Akwa Ibom State is concerned, you will know that His Excellency the Governor is doing well, very seriously. He has, only the part the youths are playing active role is that he has actually appointed a whole lot of youths into different positions of authority as far as Akwa Ibom State is concerned. So we must follow him and we must follow the process. You understand? So the youths are happy with the governor, and that's why we are out here to encourage them, to tell them to stand firm. It's a process, it's not an event. So these are the normal processes that are followed. So we must follow the process legally. And let me also warn, because we don't want a situation where people will come out and act in a manner that will cause a breach of peace. Akwa Ibom State is a very peaceful place. So we must follow the process the way it is. That's true.
A good completion agenda. So, thank you very much. Understand now about election info. So, we will keep on appealing to the youth. Election abido MMM. Prime Minister nyine bi gami abido MMM.